Hello everybody, welcome on in. I've got a crazy PvP commentary for you guys, brought to us by the one and only Asian Mayhem. I mean, this guy has been absolutely tearing it up on the Nightblade. We've got a link to this build if you guys want to check it out, and on top of it, I've got a link to Asian Mayhem's YouTube channel. He creates awesome content. He's got tons of gameplay on his Nightblade and more builds for you guys to ogle over, so be sure to check this guy out if you haven't already. As always, if you guys have a clip that you want to send in to be featured on the channel, be it a top 5, a solo standalone clip, or even a build, you can send that to kristofer@hotmail.com. And I've finally got membership on the channel, so if you guys really love the show and you want to help support it, you can always consider becoming a member. It gives you access to some exclusive emojis and badges, and of course I will give all members a shout out at the end of each video, but mostly it's just a way for you guys to support the show if you really like it and you want to help support it. So thank you guys ahead of time if you decide to become a member. And well, let's get right into that PvP commentary. Right off the bat, you can see Asian has already killed so many players on the flag. What a beautiful target shift on that snipe into the silver shards, hitting one player with the snipe, the other player with the silver shards, and they both hit the ground at almost the same time. And then Asian Mayhem heads back up to the top here, seeing this guy going for the res, and he hits him with that snipe into the brawler and brings him down. And man, he's already killed so many blue players here, but they keep pouring in, they keep trying to pick up the bodies. There's the streak from the Sork coming through, and then Asian Mayhem just popping into stealth, quickly changing directions, and a huge gank on that player, attempting to go for the res, just one-shotting him out of stealth. Then he goes for the gank on the next player, snipe into the in-cap. That player goes down as well. And this poor enemy Sork trying to escape, and Asian Mayhem just staying on his tail, throwing the snipes down. And he's unable to break enough distance. He ends up going down, and a little bit of time goes by. I love how patient Asian Mayhem is. You can see the experience in playing this kind of a build because he's not rushing it. He's just waiting by the bodies and watching to see what the blue players will do. And he takes down two more blue players attempting to get some reses. Sees this guy having just got a res, very quickly jumps on top of him with the snipe into the surprise attack to take him down. And then he has two more enemy players on him here. He throws the snipe into the Sork to start, manages to kite out of there. Huge movement speed on this build, just keeping him very hard to pin down when he enters stealth. And he connects the snipe into the surprise attack to finish him off. And then a few arrows into the next guy. He goes down as well. And yeah, the savage damage on this build. He's just killed everybody on this resource so quickly. And then Asian Mayhem just waits a little bit here for some more blue players to show up. One enemy player shows up, throws a couple arrows at him. Asian tries to get into stealth. The enemy player pops the stealth detect, and he backs up a little bit, starts throwing the arrows into him. And the damage on this build, oh my gosh, he just brings that guy down right away. And then ends up flipping the whole resource for his faction, and then decides to head towards an enemy keep. This is a very long fight that he sent me. He got a ton of kills on it, and it's really cool to see a clip like this where he has so many different fights and stays alive basically on one life for the whole time. I used to do some old one life episodes, and this reminds me a lot of that, but definitely way more kills than I was able to get. There you see he throws a huge snipe down on that player, attempting to go to repair the wall. And then he heads towards the red players that are on the flag here. The first enemy player here, he throws the snipe down, switches to the front bar, hits him with the surprise attack. He ends up going down, stealthing up again, going for the chunky boy Warden. He throws the snipe into the ultimate, and it looks like the Warden actually blocked one of those attacks. But there's the second snipe coming in. Huge amounts of damage. The Warden goes into his shield ultimate, and unfortunately it looks like that's going to reflect the arrows, and Asian Mayhem just patient, going with the heavy attack on the greatsword instead to finish him off, and then hits him with the execute. And this last Sork here trying to put the shields up to tank this, but man, you cannot tank the damage from this build with something like damage shields like that. And Asian very quickly brings him down. This guy, again, trying to repair that door. He's not going to let him have it. The enemy Sork coming in. Oh my god, man. These guys go from 100 to 0. They're just running into the fight, and he drops them. And then Asian just showing us that patience again, just waiting by the bodies, not exposing himself, looking for that opportunity. And this guy is back the third time trying to repair the door here. 15k snipe, the enemy player trying to dodge those attacks, but Asian Mayhem throws down a few more pokes into him and brings him down. And the rest of the players I think are dead now. He's just waiting for more players to come in. It looks like a bunch of red are heading to this location, seeing that it's flagged on the map. This enemy sniper comes in. Asian Mayhem hits him with a couple arrows, goes for the execute to finish him off, and then this Templar goes for the res. Beautiful timing on that combo. Look how Asian held the combo until he saw the Templar attempting the res, and then caught him right away off the beginning of the res with a huge gank, and he takes down that enemy player. Heading towards the siege here, throws a snipe into this guy here, and then hits him with the execute, I believe. He goes down as well. He moves on to the next player here, managing to get the stun off of surprise attack, hits him with the execute, and drops him too. And now a ton of red players start heading into the fight here, and Asian Mayhem just kind of eyeing up the battlefield again. Excellent patience from him here. He's not just jumping on top of the first kill that he can see. He waits for that opportunity to find a straggler at the back and hits him with a nice combo to bring him down, stealthing up with the direction change, just throwing the enemy players off right away. And here he just waits for the enemy to attempt the res. There's the snipe into the in cap, going for the surprise attack. This guy very chunky, going for the block to stay alive as well. And Asian Mayhem popping into stealth just in time, and he manages to break distance very quickly thanks to that incredible movement speed he has. But this enemy player starts throwing AoE down, gets pulled in by the Dark Convergence. Asian managing to stealth up, and he tries to throw the snipe down on top of that player there, getting some good damage into him, but the enemy player stealths up, and Asian gets hit by a stun from behind, very quickly running into the doorway here, and the stealth detect's just popping him out of stealth as well. But he gets up to the top and then gets back into cloak, and the red players were unable to stay on top of him. He's just too slippery. And then he goes up to the top of the keep here, just patiently waiting, sees a blue player drop off the edge, a nasty gank into that guy to bring him down, and then back to just being patient, seeing the red players jumping on top of the flag. I think Asian just decides that it's too dangerous for him to go in there, but he does want to try to go for some ganks on the players on the flag or on the door there. And he throws a couple snipes in, but right away the red players respond. He's been killing a lot of players here for quite some time now, so they're definitely wise as to what's going on here. So he just is patient again, repositions himself to a different part of the keep, and then throws a few arrows into that guy to bring him down. The red players right away seeing the friendly player go down, and Asian actually tab targeting that enemy player to keep an eye on him, and the tab target disappears, so he knows he's stealthed up on the Nightblade. And I'm going to let you guys enjoy the last bit of this fight as I say goodbye. Again, a massive thank you to Asian Mayhem for sending in this clip. If you haven't checked out his YouTube, be sure to give it a look. He's got awesome content on there, more Nightblade builds, more ganks, and of course, very entertaining videos. If you have an awesome fight that you want to see featured in a top 5 or a standalone clip on the channel, you can send that to kristofereso@hotmail.com. Check out my Twitch and my Twitter links down below if you guys want to catch live gameplay and of course keep up to date with me. And I've got lots of written build guides on my website, kristofereso.com. This show is sponsored by What the Fast. It's a VPN for gamers that can give you better ping to your favorite games. Free to try for the first month. There's a link down below for you guys. And finally, thank you so much everybody who has supported me on Patreon. I plan to phase out Patreon and replace it with the membership system over time. But to all of you guys who have supported either now or in the past, thank you so much for helping me out and making all of this content possible. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you're looking forward to more in the future. And have a great night, everybody. I'll see you next time.